First, we have Hotel for dogs. Now, here's the concept of Hotel for monsters. We have Hotel Transylvania.
Yes, sir. One of the best movies that were ever made in 2012 Halloween.
Trick or treat. Smell my feet.
Human.
But yes, one of the good movies from 2012, best animated kids movie at the time, and yes, truly everything about this movie was great. And Fresh, why don't you start us off?
Well, yes, it's a really good concept of like the famous monsters from cinema have gathered into a hotel just reserved for them in order to just get away from human life, since of course they seem to just be hated. But it's not until like Johnny comes around and instantly falls in love with Dracula's daughter Mavis, and well has a little bit of a love romance, one of those typical generic father-daughter plots, but it proves to be much more than that because, well, it does has really excellent humor, really zaniness, all the more to just balance out with the emotional heart of the story overall.
Yep.
Mhm. And yeah, of course, one by one, first of Christian. Christian, what were some of your favorite parts throughout this movie?
Of course, the concept of the whole movie, monster, a hotel built for monsters. I mean, that is an interesting feat. Whoever came out with that did great, and having certain cast members, and yeah, I really like how it plays out. Of course, the love story is really good. Of course, the opportunity of drag to his daughter. But I still love the movie, and also certain songs I like too.
Cool. And next up, you, Mastermind?
I'd say my favorite parts would have to be it would probably have to be the Draken Mavis' story, and also of course the party scene, and also of course the part where Drac gets along with Johnny at the airplane, because now they decide to reunite with each other, and now he wants to bring Johnny back to the hotel for Mavis.
Pretty cool as well. First, any more scenes from you that you liked?
I didn't even say any scenes. I was just explaining what was the concept.
Oh, okay, but any favorite parts from you?
Well, yeah, the flying table scene with Drac and Johnny, and that part and the monster festival where yes, they're just shocked and beloved about how much the fans really do appreciate them, because nowadays that's how I kind of went through. At first, I didn't really like horror movies because, well, I mean, come on, it's any kid for that matter. But I came to just love and appreciate them as a whole, because it's one of my favorite genres now.
Cool. I agree 100% with all of your opinions and all this, but the main point of this is yes, one of the points is why Drac made all this is because of the backstory. Johnny learned that he had a wife and everything, but she sadly got killed by a mob of humans.
Yep, and that was Martha.
Truly sad. But the concept of Mavis and Johnny's relationship, it was going good for a while until finding out that he's human and everything, but they didn't really change anything for that matter here and there. But still, it was a really good movie overall.
Yep, and of course Mavis was not happy with Drac because he told her the truth. He built that town she was in, and the zombies dressed as the townspeople. And honestly, that is kind of clever because, zombies are obviously corpses moving on their own.
Yep. Let's see here. Is there anything else that y'all want to mention?
That's pretty much it.
Well, what about the ending? Because the ending, it was literally the best. Because all the monsters go do a party again, and then we start hearing amazing music at the end.
You're amazing. Yeah, that's a good song.
Yep, and all the monsters get on the floating tables and they go flying in the air, going, "Oh, oh, oh, oh."
Yep. Pretty cool. And anything for me fresh or nothing?
Yeah, let's just move on.
All right, to the cast. Now, this cast is really interesting. This is basically the cast of grown-ups minus Maya Rudolph, Salma Hayek, and Chris Rock, and Rob Schneider.
Well, yeah, good way to put it.
And for things first, first with Dracula, go ahead.
Yes, it's one of Sandler's more impressive roles. I mean, like, I do like how the voice just sticks out. And yes, what I heard from one of my favorite reviewers or critics, Shay Farrell, is he's basically just a discount version of Illumination's Gru. And yeah, you could totally see that. The way, like, their humor, the way how there's certain characteristics about them. But yes, Drac as well, like, just being a protective father because, well, yes, the loss of his wife and his hatred of humans, but he came to just overcome that when Johnny comes around. And, well, I mean, like, he just basically just carries the whole movie. Like, this is all for him.
Yep, I agree. Everyone loves good old Adam Sandler.
Yep, hilarious guy. One of his most like kid-friendly roles ever, and like overall, it was just a good role for him.
Yeah,
agreed. And of course, you may know him stuff like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Mr. Deed, and all of that other stuff. And of course, I mentioned Grown Ups, but yeah, like Britt said, this is a much more kid-friendly role, and I really do love it. And this is not his only voice role because he got to voice a character, Donald, I believe, the monkey from Zootopia. Zookeeper.
Nice. Oh, and also we can't forget, like, if any of y'all watch Sesame Street, he did make an appearance in Sesame Street once.
Yes,
I do know that.
Of course, one of his more recent roles was Leo.
Right. It was a good movie, a good Netflix movie. Of course, it had some adult references and humor a little bit, but it's still a good movie.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Christian, with Mavis.
All right, so Mavis, firstly, yeah, she's a great character, daughter of Dracula. She wants to see the world, but of course, Dracula being overprotective for her, but he finally lets her go, of course, to the dismay of the others, but of course he secretly spies on her and stuff, but she's not a bad character once you get to know her. She's really sweet, but whenever she wanted to treat, she got upset, understandably, but also, for Selena Gomez, yeah, of course, I knew her best in Wizards of Waverly Place as Alex Russo as a rebel wizard, but yeah, one of my favorite Disney Channel shows, which I got to see every episode of Disney Plus, and yeah, Gomez really hit it off with Mavis. And if you see the behind the scenes, a lot of the producers and directors really enjoyed her as Mavis, and yeah, this is a really good choice for her.
Yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
I agree 100% before I give my opinion because she was just made for that role. Because before she was considered as Mavis, it was supposed to be Miley Cyrus. But what do you call it? Back then, she posted about having this appropriate cake, and that's how she lost the role.
Really, an appropriate cake? Holy moly!
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah. It was a dick cake.
Wow,
It was full of worms.
What?
No, I'm serious. Because Golden Girls, there's like, because Rose like thought this cake she got from a certain sex store was the shape of New Jersey or something, or Florida, whatever. But it was actually a dick cake.
No, that's not what I meant. About like what Mastermind said.
That's not what you said.
I mean, all I said it was just a worm cake.
No, dude. That was, like
No. Mastermind. I'm gonna say another word for this. It was basically a penis cake she sold.
Oh.
Like you weren't
Yeah.
listening like clearly.
dick, penis, cock. I don't. It's the same word. But anyways, yeah, that's why she lost the role. But again, Selena Gomez was a good pick.
Yes.
Alright. And next up with Johnny. Okay, so this is one of my few introductions to Andy Samberg. I believe the first time I got introduced to him was SpongeBob SquarePants.
Good one.
Yeah.
That's right, because he played that one-time character, and boy, his voice range is perfection.
Yeah, of course, knowing also him from Cloud Chance Meatballs. And let's see here. The first time I think I got introduced to him in live action was Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and surprisingly, a little cameo from Grown Ups 2. Yeah, because if you watch Grown Ups 2, he was like one of those boys that were doing the car wash.
Oh god, I keep forgetting about that. That is so cringe.
But there's nothing to hate about Johnny. He's a really cool dude, but Jack didn't really see that at first until, like, throughout the movie and everything. But him and Mavis's relationship was pretty good.
Yes.
Let's see here. Going back here. Okay, yes. Next up, Frank. Christian, would you like to explain?
Yes. Frank, or Frankenstein, of course, the argument, he's Frankenstein's monster, but, in the movie he's named Frank. But anyway, unlike any other Frankensteins, he's not like, he's not like really dumb. He's like very intelligent, surprising. Like he can speak full sentences, but of course, like any other Frankenstein, he is afraid of fire. But nonetheless, his voice actor Kevin James, he's in many works. Of course, once he had Grown Ups, and he made a small voice role in Monster House. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. But he was in two Paul Blart Mall Cop movies. Zookeeper, he was the main character. There's also a show called King of Queens, a really good show. And yeah, Ken James really busted with this character. I don't know how much more I can say about Frank. Of course, he falls apart really easily, which is his weakness a little bit. But he can, of course, control it a bit. But of course, his other weakness is being afraid of fire. But Frank is not a bad character.
I agree. And my introduction to Kevin was, before Hotel Transylvania, was Paul Blart.
Me too.
Let's see here. And of course, would you like to talk about Frank's wife, Christian?
Yes. Okay. This is my introduction to Fran Drescher, because I had no idea about her show back in the day called The Nanny, where she played, of course, the nanny named Fran Fine. But yeah, after getting DirecTV, I finally got to see the show. It is actually really funny, and yeah, I can see like a lot of characteristics with her and Eunice, which the character she plays. Yeah, she is really obnoxious and loud. Of course, according to your character. Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, and she doesn't really talk like that in real life. She just does that for Eunice and her character and the nanny. But yeah, I like Fran Drescher. She's a really great actress, and Eunice is alright too.
Eunice was a little bit mixed for me, but I just like how she has her sassy moments. That's what while growing up, I was like, oh, she had so much good, like, funny moments here and there. But with Fran, she just has an iconic voice, although in real life, that's not her real voice. But when I first got introduced to her in The Nanny, hilarious. Just hilarious overall. Let's see here. Next up, Frisch, would you like to talk about Wayne and Wanda?
Yes, Wayne is just a miserable dad with a whole bunch of kids they just can't really stand, can't really catch a break from them. And Wanda, well, she just basically has like a baby coming up, and she's a wonderful mother.
Mm-hmm. And get to explain their actors.
Oh, right, yes. Wayne is played by Steve Buscemi, and Wanda is played by Molly Shannon. Steve, of course, with me, Monsters Inc. and Molly Shannon, Little Man.
Yeah, Steve, Monsters Inc. and Molly. Yeah, it was Hotel Transylvania. And are you a Christian?
Steve, of course, Monsters Inc., Monster House. I remember how got just in live action, but these are my main introductions. But for Molly Shannon, of course, it was Superstar and both this too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right, Mastermind. Would you like to talk about Griffin?
Oh yeah, the Invisible Man.
Like, would you like to talk about what basically his character is other than being invisible?
So basically, his role, like basically he was like supposed to like be in the Invisible Man, but but like unfortunately, you know, as the Invisible Man, things didn't go well for him because they obviously can't see him because he's invisible.
And yeah, what do you call it? Not just spoiling, but like, whenever he does have his moments with his friends, he does tend to fake stuff like being with a woman or not.
Yeah, like that scene where he like just dumps the drink out of the cup.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, of course, there was that awkward, funny scene when they're in the sauna.
Yeah.
What's wrong with people with red hair?
I have red curly hair. Well, how was I supposed to know that?
He does have a point, though. Come on. But of course, with David Spade, like, he did really good. Of course, he introduced him in the Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah. It's me, Uncle Griffin. You don't recognize me?
Good one. And Christian God?
Mainly got just him and Benchwarmers.
Sorry, you're glitching.
I said I got just him and Benchwarmers.
Oh, okay, got you. And you, Fresh?
Racing Stripes, I guess.
Got you. And let's see here. And coming close. With Murray, he's just this chill, like, mummy dude. Tries to act cool with his friends, but he does have his embarrassing moments here and there. But he's still one of the cool characters for me. And then a little bit of controversy for his actor in this one, CeeLo Green. Although, yes, he did good as Murray. Let's just say he didn't do really good stuff in real life, but shit. And then in the sequels and anything like that, Michael Keaton took over, which did a really wonderful job as well. But that's basically his character.
My, of course, main introduction was to the songs. My most favorite of his is, of course, Forget You. Of course, censored is actually F censored Hey You, but still. Yeah, I agree with Blitz. I think Keegan Michael Key did alright, but not heading towards still great, but he did his thing, so you like what you like. And for Murray himself, yeah, he's pretty hilarious. Of course, he got pranked on because Frank made him fart in front of Drac.
Yeah.
You kidding me, right in my lobby?
Oh yeah, that scene was funny.
And going forward, Fresh, would you like to talk about the cameos of Adam Sandler's family?
Oh, right, yes. It was really cool to find out. Adam Sandler's wife, Jackie Sandler, played Drac's wife, Martha, and his daughter, Sadie Sandler, voiced young Mavis and Winnie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I forgot she voiced Winnie. Thank you for reminding me, Fresh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really sad that... No, go ahead.
No, I was going to mention this afterwards, but go on.
It's really sad that his wife died because of humans, and there's a fire going out too. So besides the humans, there are also possible theories that she got burned to death, or the wood. If you see it falling down, maybe one pierced through her heart, because wood sticks to heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I was gonna mention many funny celebrity cameos or full scenes. One of them had to be Rob Wiggle as the skeleton husband.
What do you think you're doing? She's real. You're real. Yeah, I'm gonna give you real big. Get your hands out of my wife.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also there was also of course the shower scene too.
Oh god.
That shower scene, it reminds me of the episode of SpongeBob where he moves into the Krusty Krab.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Can you explain that?
What is wrong with you people?
Oh, man. Good time. And this, what do you call it? Next one was Chris Parnell. Yes, who played the Fly. Very recognizable voice, also known for playing, yes, in Rick and Morty, The Progressive Box, or anything like that. Very good actor.
My favorite scene, and it's still like Aqua or Robux, or whatever you call it, swimming Robux, with the uh female residents, like including the skeleton wife and Wanda, is like pull it back and forth and push whatever, and he started doing that gross vomit thing with what flies do, and the ladies are trying to copy it, like trying to make gags, like no, don't copy that.
Yeah, that was funny.
And let's see here.
And
There's
also, you can even understand Frozen.
Yeah. Let's see, there was also Linnell Campbell, who played the shrunken heads. I just like the sassiness that came out those heads.
Yeah, especially what do you call it? Mavis's. Like, what he said, she'll thank me one day, and the shrunken head said, "Yeah, that's what the guy who shrunk my head said." And then he shut her up.
Let's see here. There was also, there was Brian George as the student armor, really good actor as well. Let's see here. There was Robert Smigel, who voiced Marty, that fish monster, and that guy who was cosplaying as Dracula.
Oh, I didn't realize they shared the same voice actor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's annoying is that he repeatedly said "bleh de bleh" after every sentence.
To be fair, it was funny at first.
Well, once you get older, you realize it is getting old and annoying.
Duh. That's the point of running gags again.
It got old like Mr. Krabs.
Can I talk about the next character, Quasimodo?
Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead.
Okay, so before we talk about the voice actor, Quasimodo, he's basically out for like hiding Johnny because he knows he's a human. Of course, Drax hiding it, but after he finally found out, he's trying to cook him and stuff until Drax finally throws him. He's basically the hotel chef and stuff. It's basically like Hunchback because it's Quasimodo, but. Yeah, and the voice, it took me a long to find out that he's voiced by John Lovitz, and he's not really part of the Grown Ups franchise, but he was only in Grown Ups 2. He played a pervert janitor, but yeah, and my introduction to him was along with this big Benchwarmers.
My introduction to him was when he was the original Red M&M.
Here.
Nice.
Right, you did that. And he was also in a movie called The Rat Race.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's pretty much the cast members that we know, and now to the final thoughts. Alright, well, as I said before, again, one of the good movies from 2012, and of course, showing this movie to the new generation, take some time and watch this movie, it's pretty awesome.
Yes, I agree. This is one of the best Halloween movies that I've ever watched along with the others.
Yep.
And it don't always have to be on Halloween. You can watch it any time. It's really good. In fact, maybe I might watch it again this month just for fun.
Mm-hmm. And you, Fresh?
Yeah, it's one of the many better monster-related movies. It's the many ones that balance comedy just perfect. That doesn't need to go like over the top with it, but maybe just clever and just maybe a little like subtle, I guess, and fantastic characters, a whole like spectacular cast. Yeah, it is like it's like one of the more like rare ones that I saw with my sister and uncle one time. So yeah, that was nice. Good change of pace.
Yep.
And until next time, welcome to Hotel Transylvania.
Yeah.